morning to each one of you, dear teachers. As we know, CBSE has requested us to have training, in-house training as well as CBSE training, and we are all aware of it. We are doing it, and today we have the first in-house training, and I am really happy to invite Ms. Anjali Kumari as the resource person for the day. The topic is interdisciplinary teaching and learning. Ms. Anjali Kumari, we know, is a colleague in our school since 3 years. She is originally from Giridi. She has completed her studies from Jamshedpur, and her master degree is from Ranchi University. She has also 5 years of teaching experiences in different schools. And from 2000 to 2018, she has joined in our school till today. And she is a physics teacher. She takes care of the students, we know. So today we welcome her as a resource person. A very hearty welcome to you, Ms. Anjali. Let's give her a clap. So I hand over to Ms. Anjali. Wish you all the best. I hope we will have a good time with her today.
Thank you very much, sister. And I take this opportunity to host our first in-house training, and the topic of this session will be interdisciplinary teaching and learning. Am I clearly audible to all? Yes. Thank you. I truly believe I am a part of this institution, and wherever we are called, we are ready to serve our service. Riches without charity are nothing worth. They are a blessing only to them who makes blessing to others. Very true. If the teacher have the potential and knowledge and they don't share and impart it to the student with all sincerity, it is not worth. So, a very sparkling and informative morning to all. A very special address to our principal, Sister Jenny, and a very charismatic treat to all my fellow colleagues. Myself, Ms. Anjali, welcomes each one of you under the aegis of CBSE COE Patna. The topic of my delivery will be interdisciplinary teaching and learning. And moving ahead with the content, I would first like to give a brief introduction about the purpose of the in-house training. The goal of education is the advancement of knowledge and dissemination of truth. We all know that the Government of India announced the new education policy 2020 in the year 1985. And the new education policy, of course, means a lot. So now we are heading towards the preparation of a man to face the 21st century skill with the new education policy 2020. It is believed that this is the passport to the future, and this is really a very effective policy that is going to implement once everyone is trained and once we all are familiar about all its policies, where not of a particular or specific discipline we will deliver our teaching learning process. We will assist the students with variety of innovations, creativities, activities in a same course of study, in a due course of time. In fact, change is the law of nature as well, and there has to be some changes in the education policy also. Education is the password to the future, for tomorrow's belong to the people who prepare for it today. If you want to survive tomorrow, we have to prepare for it today itself. Indeed, teaching is a work of art, a work of heart, and it takes a big heart to shape those little minds of children. And we are the one who make them. So, heading toward it, I proceed ahead with my topic, and that is interdisciplinary teaching and learning. Can we have the slide? So as I introduced, interdisciplinary teaching and learning approach in which overall development of a child is taken into consideration. Not only of a child, but the way we nurture student right from from junior classes till their higher grade. What is our discipline and how we deliver our content, our lesson plannings in a class, not of a specific discipline, but it should be of mixed discipline. Okay, so what is interdisciplinary learning? So it's a knowledge view and curriculum approach that consciously applies methodology and language from more than one discipline to examine a central theme, topic, issue, problem, or work. Of course, like we have a specific discipline, we have a particular specialization to which we are concerned and we are too much conscious about that. But we cannot just, constrict ourselves to our specific specialization. Instead of that, it should be a mixed discipline, and that constitutes the theme, topic, issues, problems, or work of different subjects, different topics and content. Students come up with different point of views, different opinions. They find it comfortable when they have all their, all the subjects in which they are interested, not only of one subject, but if it is of a, mixed topic, and if they are given a task to solve a problematic situation, so they will come up with different ideas, different perspective, different opinions. So it is just an exploration. We give a platform to the students to empower and to explore them in a better way. The aim of interdisciplinary education is the unification of knowledge in different branches of learning, not only in one branch, but in different branches. As we all are attending several webinars, our annual CBSE trainings, and we have got a variety of sessions, and we are highly privileged that we are getting that platform, which is of course free of cost. How we implement and what values we are adapting into our teaching learning process. That is all about the teachers' training. Although we all are qualified teachers, but still we lag behind the innovations and new creativity in our teaching learning process. So this is all about interdisciplinary teaching and learning approach to encourage students to make connections between academic disciplines. So yes, there should be a discipline also, and that atmosphere should be built around. How to teach with interdisciplinary approach? How to implement this in teaching? First, the collaboration work of the teacher.
Approach for proper education. Cognitive,
Yes.
effective.
Definitely, very correct, sir. Thank you. There are 3 actions plans also in those textbooks.
Are we talking about paper, pen, and head?
No, sir.
Application evaluation lab.
Yeah. First, plan, action, and play. Plan, action, and play. Yes. So, introduction of the method, what method you are implementing in the class. Definitely we are planning, and what actions, that is activity, if it is a practical approach, or we are going for activity session, and then the play method. Always there should be a play method, to make the class more interactive. All the child should involve themselves, and the only way the interaction will be there in between teacher and the student will be that there should be a comfort zone. Not like that, but sometimes have a sense of humor. We are a smile sometimes. Have a joke of your own. Okay? Then make the students smile. Okay? So this is about the method. Then take it to the classroom. The same method should be implemented in the class. How, what atmosphere, into what atmosphere we feel comfortable. We never like sitting in the classroom and just all are silent. No interaction is there. We don't like that. Provide feedback, and definitely you have to be very, spontaneous. And feedback can never be a positive feedback. You have to be be ready to, accept the negative ones. Okay? Feedback, maybe it may be positive, it may be negative, so maybe like neutral, हाँ ठीक ही तो था, like that. Okay, so provide feedback to the students. Yes, students, you did very well. I found it very nice. Statement of appreciation should be there every time. Then assessment. Assessment that the exam we conduct. Periodics, formative, summative, and then evaluation work. So, environmental education, very, very important. Environmental education deviates. Then it has got the, different streams, environmental education. It's not all about, only a science. It's about different aspect of the life. So, it's the study of vocational approach, vocational studies, physical science, mathematics, humanities, communications, arts, social studies, earth science, and life science. How interesting it is. So how can you teach using interdisciplinary approach? The instruction style typically takes the form of entire unit, but there are also class-long exercises, short activities you can run in the class. Okay, so what they are doing, ma'am?
I'm taking the revision.
Okay.
As 9 students, I'm just asking the students just throw a ball over other students whom you feel they are not, they are not interactive or they are not ready to answer the questions. They just throw the ball towards that person, and that person has to answer the question.
And if the student don't know the answer, then what they were doing? They must not be ready to take the ball.
They were not ready at all. Some
Yeah.
of the students, they were not ready to answer also. So then I asked the other students to answer so that they can listen that answer and at least something could get inside their mind.
Then they got the chance to answer.
Yeah. I asked that person to repeat the same answer again.
Yes, so I really appreciate such activities. So as you can see, playground is not just for playing. We can do revision work also there in some different manner. Okay. Otherwise, student will think कि हाँ फिर से मैम आ गई, फिर से हम रिविजन करवाएंगे. रिविजन ही तो होता नहीं जाएगा स्कूल आज. Like that. But if these activities are inculcated in in your teaching methods, then they will really find it interesting. खेल खेल में पढ़ाई हो रहा है, and it's a playway method. So, suppose a teacher is teaching English language, so it is expected from that teacher that the teacher must be having knowledge of other subjects. Okay, not only of English, but about social aspects, about social science, political science, economics, meaning by what is happening around in the country or at international level, because a perfect teacher is considered when in the subject which he or she is teaching, trying to unify all the kinds of knowledge, because we have to be aware what is happening around us and we have to illustrate examples of various fields. That is what we mean by unification of knowledge. So this is about unification of knowledge. Every morning we read newspaper, we come across several events and so many things happenings around us, around our country, around the world. So that is always expected from an individual, not only a teacher, but from every individual. It is expected that there should be unification of knowledge. Okay, a teacher should be a social well-being also. So instead of focusing on a specific subject or discipline, interdisciplinary instructions begin with the selection of a topic, theme, or real-life problem in an academic discipline. Of course, we are very well aware of this, and before we deliver any topic in a class for a particular subject or a standard of a specific grade level, we make a lesson plan. Okay, we first of all plan the topic and the content of the chapter. That's the planning. So we first decide the topic which we are going to start, right? Then the theme, there has to be a theme. We need to introduce the chapter with certain actions, with certain activities. All of a sudden, we never introduce a chapter to a child. So first we just go for a prerequisite knowledge. The student already know from what is their previous knowledge from previous standards. So it's a topic, theme, and experience from real life situation. What they experience in their life, in their day-to-day life. What do they face? Is there any such incident which is related to the subject content which they learn in the school? Are they really familiar with? So there should be a real life problem also in an academic discipline. While we prepare a lesson plan, we should always keep in our mind that it should be of the understanding level. First, you should understand your students. Okay. You should, be very much familiar with the understanding level of the students. What we are going to teach, that they will understand. So that should be of their understanding level. So we first should be familiar with our student, whether they are comfortable in the class, whether they are, paying attention in the class, concentrating in the class, and how much they are finding it interesting. Any particular topic, though there are different kinds of child in a class. Some are very very concentrating, very very attentive students, sincere students. Some are like just coming and listening and doing their task. They will never utter a single word in a class, even if it is being asked. And the responsive child, like some child is very very responsible, very sincere. They always take the responsibilities and they are responsive throughout. They always respond in the class every time. Yeah. So like one child or two or three child, I'm sure it is happening in all the classes. Like if one child is responding, then in every class all the time the same child will answer. Okay. So other students, they find it maybe hesitating in the class atmosphere. So and we have to prepare accordingly. Video. Icebreaker and warm up session.
Good morning, class. Hello. We have to start a new chapter. The introduction of the chapter will start with a warm-up session. Okay? This row have got a number card. Yes. How many of you have got one stand-up? In this row, how many of you have got one? In this row, that row, please come and form a line. One number student. Two number students together. All of you, together. Only four rows. Two number students, those who have got a 2-number card. Form a line. Alright. So, children those who have got the same number, they will make a line in their own place, but all together. Okay? Like 1-number student will sit here only in this room. 2-number student this room. To make it fast, come on, arrange yourselves fast. And then you will come here. Say loudly. Yes. Okay. So I will write a number on the board. Okay? And that figure you have to arrange yourself. Alright? By forming a line, you will have to come here as fast as you can. Movement, but no sound. Pin drop silence. Is that clear? Yes. Wait. Start. What's the sound? Back, back. 3, 2, 5. Keep on writing. 4. Yes, 1 number. From the side. On the side, keep on writing. 3, 7, 6, 2, 7, 0, 2,
I'll tell you this number, the alignment of the number in a pattern, this number they scored in their test. They scored in their test. Even the student who scored 0, 1, 2, okay, they were also active. मेरा 0 आया है आयुष, मेरा 1 आया आयुष. Yeah, how many they have scored? I have not record, but when it is asked, how many of you scored 1? No one will reveal. Yes, in this manner we get to know that even they could not score that good mark. But yes, if they get to understand that my marks is getting to be revealed in the class, okay, next time they will not secure the same marks.
Okay, now from the line, answer eight among these students. What I said? No, actually 7 is 3. Which is missing? Which number is missing? 2. No one has got 2. No one has got 2. 2 number. 2. Okay. So now to everyone. Okay. Like the formation of the number and how you collaborate when you are given a task. How attentive you are, how much you are concentrating on how to follow the instruction. When I say something, but I do something else. Okay? If I say, touch your head, this is your head. But you have to see me. What am I doing? That you have to follow up. And you will have to do the same. Okay? Up. Touch your head. Touch your eyes. Touch your mouth. Touch your nose. How many? No one will change. Touch your nose. Does that nose stand up? Okay. This time you have to take it. Pull out for the next time. Sit down. Up. Down. Down. Up. Down. Up. This is up. Whatever I will do, I say something else, I do something else. Touch your nose, touch your ears, touch your eyes, touch your mouth, touch your head, touch your ears. Where is the ear? Yes. But what am I touching? They are not looking at me. They are not following my instructions. Touch your mouth, touch your eyes, touch your ears, touch your nose. Touch your chin, touch your head, up, down, down, up, down, down. Okay. Now, one more
Pause करके थोड़ा back कीजिए. थोड़ा सा back. I'll show you one thing. This is Umang Utsav. How consciously he is doing. Okay. And he was correct throughout. Okay. He didn't miss any of the instructions, As in, he was watching everything. But there are certain areas you need to work really hard.
Yes, everyone? Yes. When I say upward, step forward. Okay? In your case, only you can go 1 step forward. When I say banana, let's go, everyone. Banana. Apple. Banana. Orange. You need to turn over. Okay? Yeah. Apple. Banana. Orange. Yes. Lie. What makes the study? Lie. Why have brought the one? Because it is lie. And it is a source of lie. If there is no bulb, no tubelight in the class, will you be able to see the light clearly? Yes. So bulb gives us light when it glows. When it glows. So we can make this, the bulb is glowing. So this is about the light. I hope this is more easier to understand. Yes. And whenever, not only today, we had this warm-up session so that you feel energized and to concentrate more and more in the class. Whatever is instructed in the class, you will follow up. Okay? So, feel energetic. This is the first period. Feel energized. Then only anything will enter into your brain. Understood? Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
How was that? So, when we introduce a chapter, like a clue should be there, so that all the students should respond in that manner. Then I get to see the things. But do we really see with our eyes? Do we really see with our eyes? We all agree, we see with our eyes. देखने का नजरिया. What we see with our eye, what we see हम देखना चाहते हैं, है ना? We see with, actually, if we call it that yes, actually, we see the things with our brain, right? That because अगर आँख से ही देखते हैं तो हम रात में कैसे देखते हैं? हम खुले आँख से तो नहीं सोते. We don't sleep with open eyes. We dream. Or dream when we have pictures, we have sceneries. Yeah. So we see with our brain. If you know Vaishnav Pradhyaki, we see with our eyes. Okay. But what message is sent to our brain that is interpreted and that we see? हमें जो बताया जाता है हमारा नजरिया वही बन जाता है ना? तो this is the thing that this is the fact. So not in one discipline, we have to combine the disciplines. आप एक चैप्टर पढ़ा रहे उस चैप्टर से हट करके कुछ एक एग्जांपल दीजिए. From daily life situations, from life experience. As you see the interdisciplinary approach and the unit concludes, assess students and activities. This is not only an exercise in giving feedback to your class, but informing future interdisciplinary lessons. To review students' performance, consider evaluating what we have to evaluate. Product. Byproduct. Okay? Byproduct. Teamwork. Participation. And most important, critical thinking. Okay? So students should not be treated as a vessel. Students, the children should not be treated as a vessel. ये एक बर्तन है और pot है उसमें कुछ भी डाले जाते हैं. There should be a plain sheet in which we can write something, we can draw something, we can build color into it. The student should work in peer. Right? So they should have the team spirit. First of all, they should have that spirit. That how to volunteer, how to form a group, how to collaborate. वो mentality होगा, then they will be teamwork. Not only with students, but with us also. We will have an activity. Teachers will make a straight line. straight down. It's not. Single straight line, or if it's not possible, then two straight line. Yeah. Anyone? One chance, teacher. Don't look back. Okay? कोई नहीं पीछे देखेंगे.
Yes, yes.
Rhythm sir, come here. Whatever message you got. Okay, you can do the same too. Sorry, ma'am. Yes. जैसे कि एग्जैक्ट को सीख थे आप भी मत
नहीं सर सर झूठ बोल रहे हैं नहीं सर शुरू में सर ऐसे किए फिर ऐसे किए फिर टिमटिमाए बस
नहीं आपसे गड़बड़ हुआ क्योंकि everybody is thinking that PT teacher है वो तो यही करेंगे है ना ऐसे ही करेंगे so this is how the message converts है ना एक
information passes from one to one, and finally the original fact goes missing. जो fact है वो तो नहीं, लेकिन कुछ और जरूर पता चलेगा. Why to include interdisciplinary? If I'm not interested, why I'll include any other subject? What makes it different? तो मैं बता दूँ that it will make a drastic change. As we said, that the students are getting promoted. I'll tell you one simple example. छोटा सा बच्चा जब स्कूल आता है, small child जब उसको तैयार किया जाता है स्कूल आने में, कितना रोता है? क्यों रो रहा है? What is the purpose of crying? स्कूल को मार थोड़ी रहा है उस बच्चे को. Why is he crying?
He's facing the new
Fear of teachers. Fear of teachers. They are so scared to talk, and there are certain exceptions. Okay? and yes, students find it that friendly to communicate with those teachers. But small children, they find quite scary to come to school when they are small child. His father was dragging him to the school. ऐसे खींच करके ले जा रहा है. अब बच्चे को रास्ते में दिखता है कि इसी तरह से एक क्या बोलूँगा बकरा गोट, उसको भी ऐसे खींच करके कोई ला रहा है. वो जो मैं he has वो तो बड़ा आराम से जा रहा था, वो बंदे का स्कूल जा रहा है. And that child when he saw कि पापा उस क्यों खींच के ले जाया जाता है और वो इतना बात क्यों कर रहा है, and he is thinking, is he going to school? इतना रो रहा है, बच्चे ही तो रोते हैं ऐसे स्कूल जाते टाइम. That the fear is there in their mind. और imagine अगर बच्चों को ये बता दिया जाए he is being carried to a butcher, क्या हालत होगा? So this fear should be removed from a student's mind every time. That convince तो कर ही लेते हैं हम लोग, but हम लोगों को भी पता है that is false. It promotes significant learning by fostering the acquisition of foundational knowledge, promoting integration of ideas from multiple disciplines, and providing insight on how to apply the knowledge. This is how it is being applicable in interdisciplinary education with reference to the context of new education policy, how the student decides which stream is to be chosen according to their stream of interest, in which they have a complete command and in which they have the potential to score well. Okay, that's how they can excel in a particular grade level. How to make classroom interdisciplinary? So effective designing and implementation of the same, adaptation of the techniques that we are going to inculcate in our classroom atmosphere. That is also very, very essential, and the key steps involved in such actions will be pre-instructional planning, introduction of methodology to the students, practicing interdisciplinary thinking, provision of feedback, and of course assessment. These are things I have discussed before also, so I will not go into much detail again and again. Benefits of interdisciplinary learning, that is, it increases critical thinking. Students start to become a thinker. Interdisciplinary actions highlights their insights. Okay, as at the moment the student starts to think critically, they become a critical thinker. They start innovations in their practices also. They give new ideas. That means why this we can do this also. That and they start asking the question in the class. That means why this, why not, ऐसा क्यों, तो ऐसा क्यों नहीं. So kind of action should be there in the class, that student should take that initiative to raise questions. Okay, and that is only possible that if the student have the critical thinking capacity into that. Otherwise, if they ask any question out of the context, he cannot say that what I am teaching and what you are asking. Okay, so this is called the interdisciplinary insights, and in this way, the learner's insight is highlighted. It opens doors for students to develop this interest in a variety of content areas. It's really interesting, and I have shown you that how that in the clip also you all have seen that students how they were enjoying the whole warm-up session, or they just laughing, and they were actively participating And the most important thing that this approach are student-centric, child-centric. Okay, our main focus will be overall development of a child, holistic learning. This is what we call overall development of a child, and it is a child-centric approach where we are concerned about the thinking of the child, about the understanding level of a child.
Right? So this is the thing we face in the class. These are the challenges, We can call it a challenge. We have the primary classes, but student gets confused that in our prep classes, in our KG classes, our teacher taught us twinkle, twinkle, little star. We teach students twinkle, twinkle, little star. And then in the standard 7 and 8, we teach the same student, those promoted student, that star do not twinkle. Star do not twinkle. It is a source of light. It itself is a source of light. It's a luminous object. It has its own light. And then the explanation is that star twinkles due to atmospheric diffraction. Twinkling is there. Luminous stuff is also associated with that. And refraction is also there. So grade-wise, there is enhancement and standardization of the same version. Grade-wise. Okay. So simple things we can make. We can give numerous of examples. How do star twinkles? Can you draw? They will make a star. You know how they will make a star? Short meeting. Very beautiful star. Any other shape? I want shapes of the star. Maths teacher, I expect from maths teacher also. No, how you make a star with geometry? Yeah, please. Go for it. Actually, it is correct. Yes. Any other shapes of star? Is this like the star appears in the sky? Yes. All of you will write your discipline also. Anyways. So yes, we have this star from Rupashri ma'am. Yes? Yes. This is the star of Somita ma'am. Yes. This is of Nisha ma'am. And this is Soni ma'am. Okay. Which star appears in the sky? दिखता तो है जरूर. Which star? Yes? Yes, yes, please. Please explain. Take the mic. Why is it a dot?
So this is actually some of the, it's totally dependent on the student's perspective. When we are asking students, they will share their different perspective. Many of the students, they will share what they have learned in the book, and this starts actually with these shapes. They must have seen in the books. They were far away from the book, this real life knowledge. I came across one of the students when I asked him that ये आपके घर में दूध कहाँ से आता है? Who gives us milk? I just asked him that who gives us milk? उसने कहा मेरे से राजेश भैया. I'm telling you. So the thing is that in today's world, students are learning, but what they are learning is bookish knowledge. So obviously the students, when we are asking them to draw, they will draw this. Very few students will draw this because what they see in the night time, this is what they see. But I don't think so that there will be any students who will draw in this part.
Yes.
Which is
Correct. Now I'll show the appearance of star. ऐसा ही दिखता है, I guess. Yes? A dot. simple dot. And then the star which appears during daytime also. Sun. Sun is also a star. Right? So yes, we have 2 stars. ये 3 स्टार तो हम लोग की बुक में और कॉपीज में है. Not even the book में भी ऐसे स्टार्स नहीं है. ऐसे तो हम लोग बनाते हैं. Just for our sake of convenience. Essential question क्या है? We make questions. Whenever we prepare the question, what are the sources that we are using? What are the resources we are using? क्या हम जो बुक से पढ़ाते हैं उसी से क्वेश्चन तैयार करते हैं? क्या हम इन टेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन यूज करते हैं? या फिर हम एक्सरसाइज क्वेश्चन को ही उठा करके डाल देते हैं? Yes? What we do?
Not direct question, but suppose we had talked any topic, so not direct question we are copying from the book. We are taught any topic. So topic we have made clear. So from regarding that topic we can ask anything up to their grade. That we are preparing.
In the exam questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Not direct question from the book.
Thank you. Thank you. So rightly said, ma'am, that we do not put just a direct question. Exercise का question नहीं देते हैं, but देते भी हैं, so that at least they will score something. है ना? Because children directly they depend on कि question कहाँ से आएगा, book से ही तो आएगा. अब Jayashree Miss wants to speak something.
I was mentioning here is that those students whose base is very poor, they have been promoted from 6 to 7 on this conditions, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, and then again they will be promoted to 9 to 10.
So that is management issue.
So that is what we are also facing. Means that's also challenge for us also.
That is not our under
So what my
jurisdiction.
point is that the students who is being failed, who is scoring only 20 out of 100.
But
how means I just want an opinion from all those teachers. Means what we can do, since all we are assembled here. See all. I mean it's just.
I think this we can discuss afterward.
This is one of the challenges.
This is something out of the context. No, we are discussing about the session. This is the management issue. That how to work on that. How if the student is failing, then what should be our approach from the primary level. That the base of the student should be made strong enough that the upper high school teacher should not. The level of interest should be required according to the understanding level of all the students. That each and every student हम बोल रहे हैं कि एक भी बच्चा क्लास में छूटे नहीं, ठीक है? कोई भी बच्चा should not be evaded from any learning approach what we are delivering in the class. So everyone should participate. This is so saddening. And yes.
One point I would like to include, like in this half-yearly exam only, majority of the students failed in this maths exam. Now one of the parents came to me and she was kind
It's
of.
happening only with maths.
What?
Yes, please.
What? Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, continue.
I was telling that the parents, they were coming and complaining like that the most of the students have failed in maths, science and social science. Those were called for this registration purpose.
Yeah.
So the parents she's like kind of arguing that.
Which class?
Class 9 only. Regarding this point, like develop essential questions. What I have came across is that we could prepare our curriculum based on this. Considering the overall development of the students. But the major drawback that we came across, like you were saying, that parents will come and they will complain that the questions are out of syllabus, and I too have also faced this same situation. So the thing is that even we are thinking of the overall development, like if the teachers are taking students to the ground for this game purpose, we do have this thing in my mind that we are taking what is the objective that we need to fulfill. But the parents, those who are surrounding, they will come and complain that how the students are only outside the class. Then what you are teaching them? This is the first, major drawback that we come across. Then there are other things also where we can plan out our curriculum. We are not talking about the syllabus. I am just talking about the curriculum. Curriculum has to be designed according to the overall development of the students. what is the need of the particular students. But if we are doing that, then there are so many hurdles actually. Hurdles number one, I mean that is I believe is that first thing that cannot work for all 40 students in a class. Even if you are trying for this 40 students, I mean considering one opinion, we do have variety of students coming from different backgrounds. And for that we have been trained actually, this multi-language, multilingualism and multi-background for all these kind of things. But the ultimate thing is that when we are going to apply whatever we have learned in our daily classroom, there came so many problems.
But at the same time, we are expecting that students should score well.
There is a mixed learning, and all the students they will find it quite interesting and exciting. 3 साल का बच्चा स्कूल जाने से डरता है क्योंकि उसको लगता है कि मुझे स्कूल जाके पढ़ना है. But when that same child, if he or she comes to know that स्कूल जाके तो आप बस खेलना है, then every morning he or she will be ready before time, and I have to go and just play. Right? So that should be made the motto, how to make the things easier, to adapt. We should have that convincing skill into it. We will have a 5-minute activity. Just a 5-minute activity. Just keep one with you and ask. We need to be quick. Those who got the balloon, please blow that balloon. Is it done? Get done. Secure it. Alright, once it is done, everyone will bust each other's balloon. But you need to convince the person, whoever is coming to puncture your balloon, you need to say, or whatever strategy you apply in order to protect your balloon, okay? How you manage to protect your balloon from getting punctured? Okay? We will have 3 minutes, okay? We will have 3 minutes. I'll be timing. All of you be seated. Please be seated.
I'll go and face. Those who are right hand, you stand. Others will stand. Others will stand.
Okay. So now we will have a small group. Small group. We can have only one dinner, no?
I'm not.
Anjali Miss is doing now.
Now teachers will, those who are having their blown balloon, they will
Ashwin sir.
the area will be like where you can move. No, you cannot just go beyond this. Alright? Sir, you cannot go. We will have to reach.
No, we cannot.
Don't touch this side. Don't touch this side. Now disqualified. Disqualified. You get this side. See. Those who will come this time will be disqualified.
No.
This was cheating. You cannot take like this. Obviously, no one is going to reach there. Now competitions will be between you two. Now competitions will be
One disservice. One disservice.
You cannot stand here. Obviously, everyone is going to attack her because she is small-headed. So you cannot stand here.
I'll stand
Yes, you stand there. नहीं है? Okay. I think we are done. So finally we have four teachers who managed to secure their balloon and okay, sir. Please go there. Four of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No.
4 of you. 5. Which star appears in the sky? कैसे बचा आपका balloon? क्या किया? What was your strategy?
किसी का भी नहीं पड़ेगा।
Okay. Yeah, sir. You remove your balloon. Okay. Then
I simply hold and stand there.
yeah, you also protected the matter. Okay. Did any of you said मेरा balloon मत फोड़ो?
No. I said that.
मैं हम किसी को नहीं बोला मेरा मत फोड़ो.
But let me tell you that we finished.
You are not record. You cannot cheat.
Yeah, I know that. But the thing is that when you are doing anything in crowd, I have read somewhere.
Yeah.
भीड़ जो है कुछ भी काम करने को आपको साहस देगी,
Yeah.
गुमनामी भी देगी आपको। आप जो कर रहे हो भीड़ में आप गुम हो जाओगे। तो सब जो कर रहे हैं आपको हिम्मत जरूर आएगा करने को, लेकिन the number will be more in that. इसीलिए थोड़ा भीड़ की संभाल-
Yes, that is appreciating. I appreciate that. That's good strategy, sir. Keep it up, and it will really help you in the long run. And the other teachers, how you failed? कैसे नहीं बचा पाए balloons तो?
उठते सब कोई आकर मैं फोड़
See, the moment you say that don't do this, please don't do this, definitely you are going to be attacked. That's very dangerous. How you convince the people? जैसे सर ने समझौता कर दिया. Okay, there is a mutual understanding in between them. Right? So, mutual understanding was there. अब लाख बोल लो, the other person is not going to listen to you. You should have that convincing skill, and that's how you can manage yourself and you can protect yourself. Okay, this was the conclusion of the scientific. I hope this was enjoyable. Yes. Yes. Please, visitors. Ma'am. Now we will conclude this session. Challenges we have discussed before also. What challenges? Please mark it challenges. Okay, not hurdles. Alright? So these are the challenges. Why I am repeating this term again and again, because being a teacher, हम परेशान नहीं हो सकते ना, बच्चे तो परेशान करेंगे ही, बड़ा परेशान नहीं हो सकते. We have to find the way and we have to find the solution. There is no bad child. There is no problematic child. बच्चे खराब नहीं होते. Okay? बच्चे तो बच्चे हैं. We make the image of the student और ये बोलते हैं सबसे बदमाश बच्चा, सबसे problematic child. That is a problematic child for you. वो बच्चा अपनी मम्मी के लिए उतना ही प्यारा है. Right? So, these are the challenges and we need to face it. And then interdisciplinary teachers. You will find it difficult, but we can at least try. थोड़ा small group में low level collaboration, then high level collaboration. Right? And the responsibilities, if it is shared, there is mutual understanding between the teachers. If there is, collaboration between the teachers, then and if definitely there is a teamwork, then these challenges could be overcome. And that's all about the session. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your patience and to be responsive and spontaneous throughout the session. I really thank each one of you that even we are running out of time, then you have that patience to be seated here. Yes, finally.
Thank you. For conducting.
Yeah, once again, let us put our hands together for Miss Anjali. I take this opportunity to say a word of thanks to Miss Anjali for being very initiative. She took the first step. Okay. So thank you for accepting and taking the initiative to prepare for today's session, the important training as being a resource person for our school and for our staff here. Thank you for all the slides, the PowerPoint presentation, whatever you had prepared. It was very effective, I hope. It was really a learning. And I believe all our teachers, all of us will make use for our teaching in the classes daily. So once again, thank you, Miss Anjali, for all the initiative that you have taken. And I think it was really helpful, worth attending to. Isn't it? Okay. So thank you very much.